In the previous episode, we evaluated the research conducted by Nikola Tesla, Guglielmo Marconi, Jürgen Hals, and Duncan Lunin into the strange signals, or LDEs, received from outer space, which were subsequently traced to a mysterious object called the Black Knight satellite. We also learnt about Giovanni Schiaparelli's studies of Mars and how that led to astronomers such as Percival Lowell believing the red planet harbored an advanced alien civilization. We then delved into ancient references in world mythology about a dark arc orbiting the Earth. Before closing, we analyzed the true age of the Black Knight satellite, reviewed Lunin's decipherment of an alien message from 13,000 years ago, and established its connection to the Boötes constellation. Let us now embark on the final phase of our investigations of the incredible Black Knight satellite. Alleged sightings of the Black Knight satellite by NASA astronauts during space missions have added massive fuel to the speculation fire. In 1963, during his 15th orbit on the Faith 7 spacecraft, Gordon Cooper, one of NASA's original Mercury 7 astronauts, claimed to have spotted the Black Knight satellite. The object, that he described as emitting a greenish glow with a distinct shape, was confirmed by tracking stations. This information not only went missing from NASA's mission transcripts, but Cooper's personal records, too, did not reveal any such report was made during the orbit. The truth was irrevocably buried when Cooper retracted his statement upon returning. The media blackout which ensued on the topic, and the U.S. Space Agency's bizarre explanation that their ace astronaut had suffered cosmic hallucinations. Claims and counterclaims about the Black Knight came to a dramatic head when NASA released sensational photographs taken during the 11-day STS-88 Endeavour mission in late December 1998, the first space shuttle mission to assemble vital components of the International Space Station, the first permanently manned satellite in Earth's orbit. Among other payloads on board the STS-88 mission to the ISS was the first American-built module, the Unity node, which was designed to connect the Russian and United States segments of the station where the crew shared meals. Dubbed as some of the weirdest-looking 70mm photographs to ever emerge from the Space Shuttle program, the main controversial image showed a dark, oddly shaped, elongated object with what appeared to be strange protrusions, an abnormal design for a spacecraft that indicated it could not have been conceived or built by humans. Ecstatic ufologists instantly identified it as the Black Knight satellite and proclaimed the photograph in question was undeniable and compelling evidence that the craft originated from an alien world. Unruffled by such conjecture, NASA cataloged the image, not as one that showed a spacecraft of extraterrestrial origin, but with a more mundane explanation: space debris. Remnants, they explained, from a white thermal blanket that came loose from its tether and floated away during an extravehicular activity, or EVA, commonly referred to as a spacewalk, performed by mission specialists Jerry Ross and Jim Newman. When the astronauts embarked on this spacewalk to continue the installation of the Unity node, they began by connecting power and data cables to permit power generated from Zarya, which means sunrise in Russian. It was the functional cargo block built by Boeing and the Russian Space Agency to activate the systems on board Unity. During the EVA outside Unity, Jim and Ross installed 2 antennas, removed launch restraint pins, and installed covers on data relay boxes to protect them from sunlight. It was during the last of these procedures that the crew spotted and photographed a thermal blanket floating away.
Jerry, what the thermal covers got away from you?
How did it do that? Jim saw it tether, I'll guarantee you. Where'd it go?
It's out my window on the,
I don't believe this. Going out that way pretty quickly.
And Houston Endeavour, one of the trunnion covers is straight out from the commander's window, too.
So, is there a rational explanation for the black object seen in the photos? The answer, according to NASA, is simple. The reflective surface of the thermal blanket is facing the darkness of space, away from the light of the Earth. Though NASA reported that the debris fell from orbit a few days later and burned up in the atmosphere on re-entry, things were to take an even more peculiar turn. NASA rendered the original photo links inoperative during routine website maintenance. This innocuous move snowballed overnight, with UFO theorists claiming a cover-up. Though events such as these played out amply in the public domain, they have not changed the minds of those who believe NASA is intentionally concealing information it has gathered over the years about the true nature and origin of the Black Knight satellite. Ufologists even claim the space agency is in communication with the sneaky satellite. Debunking the alien origin hypothesis, skeptics argue that the Black Knight satellite is space junk from a lost piece of man-made technology. They point to the improbability and enormous challenges of maintaining such a satellite in orbit for extended periods, let alone 13,000 years, particularly without detection. But who is to say what capabilities a technologically advanced alien civilization may command? Lest we forget, in the form of the Voyager golden records aboard the Voyager 1 and 2 spacecrafts, we humans sent a kind of time capsule showcasing the sounds and images of planet Earth, indicating the origin of the spacecrafts and advertising our location for discovery by potential intelligent alien worlds. So why would another species not attempt to communicate in a similar manner, such as the Black Knight satellite purportedly does? Besides, if we can send orbital spacecraft, probes, and satellites to study nearby planets and other parts of the solar system, what would prevent an advanced extraterrestrial race from doing the same? What is accurate, though, is that with the sheer amount of debris that clutters the space around our planet today, it would prove difficult to locate any prospective non-terrestrial technological artifacts that may be watching us. While current European Space Agency data reveals there are 5,800 functioning satellites in orbit, the United States Space Surveillance Network estimates that there are over 170 million pieces of space debris, ranging from 1 millimeter to 10 centimeters, orbiting Earth. NASA states that as of January 2022, they have calculated that this material collectively weighs more than 9,000 metric tons. But space surveillance networks find it incredibly hard to log and continuously track space junk due to technological limitations. Is the Black Knight satellite our first interstellar visitor? Probably not. Using the Pan-STARRS telescope in October 2017, astronomers detected Oumuamua, meaning scout in Hawaiian. Speculated to use solar energy for propulsion, it was the first interstellar object to pass through our solar system. As expected, the sighting of the rocky, cigar-shaped object with a somewhat reddish hue sent the scientific world into a tizzy. Astronomer Avi Loeb, founder of the Galileo Project, that is aimed at detecting extraterrestrial technological signatures produced by extraterrestrial technological civilizations, or ETCs, suggested that Oumuamua could be a product of alien technology. It boggles the mind to think about the many interstellar objects that may have gone unnoticed over the past 100 years, if not more, merely because we did not possess the means to identify them until about a decade ago.